everybody. I wanted to go ahead and do the Desi tag. I thought, it's something for my viewers to get to know a little bit more about me and know that I'm not just a girl that just, puts on makeup and doesn't really know anything about her culture and where she comes from. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, which Desi country are you from? That would be India. My parents are from India and they are from the state of Punjab, so that would make me 100% Punjabi. So the next question is, which Desi languages do you speak? And say a phrase in every language. Alright, so this is the fun part, I guess. So that would be Punjabi, and then that would be Hindi. I'm not fluent in Hindi. My dad is. My hubby is, but I am not. The little Hindi that I do know, I picked up watching Hindi films. Say a phrase in every language. So here goes. For Punjabi, Punjabi di shan vakhari. And I think my Punjabi viewers will definitely agree with me on that one. What is your favorite Desi food? Okay, this is the fun part. I do have like a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna go ahead and say jalebis, which is a sweet dish for those of you that don't know, and I just learned how to make those recently, so I'm super excited about that. Barfi, I like the pink kind with like the white, the coconut flavor, the pink ones, of course, because I like pink. I guess I'm being biased there. Samosas, paneer pakoras, butter chicken, tandoori chicken, naan, of course. I think everybody likes naan. Love, love, love. Garbanzo beans with the bread. Chole bhature. Street food when you are in Punjab and when you're on the street, I think that's the best food that you can get. Kheer, rice pudding. Food is just one way that we get to get in touch with our culture. What do you think best describes you as a Desi? And this may include style, household items, life, philosophy, etc. If you're Desi, and especially if you're Punjabi, it would definitely be exaggerating everything and also always being late. That includes makeup, the jewelry, and I think that's the one thing I like about the culture. It sometimes seems American culture, with the jeans and the sneakers and the flats and all that. Sometimes the casual aspect can be kind of laid back, but every now and then I'm just waiting for an Indian event or Punjabi festival or something to come up. And I think with Indians, when you're at an event, nothing can be overdone. My favorite part is when you're dressed up, especially in America or somewhere that's not in India, with the suits, the saris, the ethnic wear, and then if you have to like stop and go to the gas station or something, it's just so funny to see all the people looking, and you're wearing the chumkas and you're wearing the anklets or the chandras and the bracelets and all that, and it's like jingling and tinkling, and you could just hear a Punjabi. When you can hear a Punjabi. And sometimes if you're in certain neighborhoods, you can smell Punjabi food or you can smell Indian food, and I think that's a given. There's just a certain smell which I think belongs to Desis, and it's just a big giveaway. So for me, it would definitely be the food, also be the clothes, sometimes the gold earrings, the gold jewelry, anything gold. A lot of East Indians usually have on. Sometimes people have henna on their hands. They attend a wedding and then the henna doesn't come off like 10 to 14 days, so that's a nice given as well. Style wise, of course, like I said, exaggerate everything. And I think going to lifestyle, it seems, so every Indian, no matter what part of India you're from, if someone's gossiping or if something happens, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Everything I've noticed is always like exaggerated, like completely exaggerated. Like it's really funny, but sometimes it can be kind of annoying, like if you're hearing something very exaggerated, and there's always, as the gossip kind of goes around, it kind of just keeps exaggerating. It informs to this really big kind of fictional story, and it's just so funny how things just tend to go out of proportion and blow out of context. So I think it is just hilarious. Big things as well, I think that best describes me as a Desi would be obviously the food. I'm a big foodie, and I think all East Indians are, especially I think Punjabis are really into eating a lot and going after the greasy fried foods. Like I said, the clothes is always exaggerated. And here's another thing, they're very loud, and I'd like to say that about myself as well. I can get very loud if I'm in like a good mood or I'm kind of having a good time, and I think Punjabis are just kind of like that way. It's kind of like a pride thing, like you like to be loud and kind of obnoxious per se, you know, kind of, if I'm laughing, I'll be like, you could probably hear me like 3 blocks away, but I think most Punjabis are like that. Same with if they're arguing or anything like that. So household item I would be a tawa or tavi, and that's where you make the bread or the flatbread on. It's just kind of like a griddle, similar to a pancake griddle, as well as all my Indian outfits and Indian jewelry. I think what best describes me as a Desi, philosophy-wise, I would say I'm very old-fashioned, traditional, especially if you're around like the older folks. The Desis are they're kind of brought up in a way that, you know, you're supposed to respect your old elders and all that. Kind of just have this concluded personality that's just kind of, you have to be kind of quiet around them and necessarily kind of hold back. You know, you don't want to be cursing, and you know, I think American culture can be like this too. I think it really just depends. You look at, you know, what type of person's in the room, say your best behavior, I guess is what you can say. If you can meet one known Desi person, who would you like to meet? I think there's so many people out there. The late Gandhi himself, just, you know, just a historical figure, someone who did a lot for India, and that's someone I would admire meeting, as well as Mother Teresa, of course. Those 2 people would be a pleasure meeting. If it's someone, you know, an actor-wise, celebrity-wise, something like that, somebody in India. I've met Karina, so that's really cool. Kareena Kapoor, I would have loved to meet her sister. I wouldn't mind meeting Katrina Kaif. I wouldn't mind meeting. I've just kind of started getting into the whole TV, you know, Ekta Kapoor, little Indian soaps. The little soaps that they have. So I recently got into one. I would love meeting the stars of that. The name of that, if you're wondering, is Kitni Mohabbat Hai, and it would be Karan Kundra and Kritika Kamra. I would love to meet both of them. Just their off-screen personalities as well, not just their on-screen personalities. I think they're very fun, and that would be very cool to hang around and kind of get to meet in person. So I think they're both very good looking. So I think that would be a pleasure meeting both of them. I tag you, I tag all of you to do this video and post it as a video response. Please. I think it would be very fun to get everyone to kind of engage in, or maybe even post them in the comments below. And I think it would be a blast, you know, how diverse. I know India is very diverse, so I think it'd be very fun to get kind of, you know, interact with each other. I think it'd be very fun. So, and thank you for watching.